The ground in Foxborough is shaking, and it is not just that Massachusetts chill. We are looking at moves that could redefine this franchise forever. There's a deafening silence behind the scenes, right now masking some brutal decisions about legends and reinforcements that nobody saw coming. Are you ready to face the truth about what is being cooked up to surround Drake, May with elite talent or massive controversy? What I am dropping today will make you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty in this game. You will not believe what we have on tap. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's get right into the news. Also, make sure to subscribe because we are pushing for that 1,000 sub goal to keep this fan voice loud and proud. You know that pit in your stomach when you realize a single Instagram post might be the beginning of the end? The internet is in absolute meltdown mode, and the epicenter of the blast is Stefon Diggs. Our star wideout just dropped a cryptic riddle on social media that has everyone from analysts to local fans trying to crack the code. Right after that bitter Super Bowl 60 loss to the Seahawks, Diggs posted a photo carousel with the caption, "Gratitude and fear cannot coexist." To pour gasoline on the fire, he completely turned off his comments. He knew exactly what kind of chaos he was stirring up in the hearts of Patriots Nation. The timing of this message could not be more calculated. Just hours before this philosophical post, online sleuths noticed that Diggs and Cardi B unfollowed each other. This is the same Cardi B who just had their baby back in November. The couple looked like the gold standard of success since that Knicks game appearance in 2025, but now it is total radio silence. In the world of celebrity gossip, hitting that unfollow button is the digital equivalent of changing the locks. During a recent show, Cardi even mentioned that while things are messy with her baby daddy, nobody else has the right to talk trash about him. That protective yet distant vibe points to a personal drama that is far from over. What really keeps us up at night is how this spills onto the field. Diggs' future in New England looks more shaky than ever. Even after putting up a 1,000-yard season and becoming Drake May's safety blanket, he is squarely in the crosshairs of the salary cap. At 32 years old with a $26.5 million cap hit for 2026, the Patriots can save nearly $17 million by cutting him before March 13th. Beyond the money, there's a heavy legal cloud hanging over him from that incident involving his former chef. This front office has always been cold-blooded with business decisions, and Diggs might be the next sacrifice. If he walks, rumors are already swirling about Pittsburgh or a homecoming in Buffalo. Are we seeing the final days of a star in Foxborough or just a temporary storm? And that was not even the most shocking part of the day. The drama surrounding Stefon Diggs is enough to give any fan high blood pressure. But what is being planned behind the scenes for our offense might be the biggest plot twist of the decade. Picture this scenario. We have a franchise quarterback in Drake May on a rookie deal that gives us insane financial flexibility. With almost every key starter locked in for 2026, the front office is ready to get aggressive on the trade market. The name making Gillette Stadium buzz right now is Brian Thomas Jr., the standout from the Jaguars. This kid is the kind of game-breaking talent that makes defensive coordinators lose sleep, even though he had a down year in Jacksonville during 2025. Do not get it twisted. This kid has generational potential. Thomas Jr. was one of the best rookies in recent memory, and for some reason known only to the football gods. Rumors are flying that he is available. If the Patriots can secure a legitimate vertical threat like him for May, this offense stops being efficient and starts being explosive. What we lacked in the Super Bowl was that constant fear a deep threat puts in a secondary. Bringing in Thomas Jr. would not just be a move. It would be a declaration of war against the rest of the NFL. The strategy here is brilliant. You pair him with Diggs if the veteran stays. Imagine a defense trying to figure out who to double. If they bracket Diggs to stop the intermediate routes, Thomas Jr. burns them over the top. If they play soft coverage, Diggs carves them up underneath. Having multiple elite weapons would make life so much easier for May, letting him play with the swagger of a guy who has the best targets in the league. The only question is the price tag. We have 11 picks in the 2026 draft. Shipping off pick 31 for a guy with top 10 talent is a deal I would take in a heartbeat. I truly believe his value is higher than any rookie we could find at the back of the first round. But hold on, because what comes next is even more unbelievable. What is really getting under the skin of every diehard fan right now is a revelation straight from the locker room. Kendrick Bourne went on his YouTube channel and dropped a total bombshell about the massive gap between the Jared Mayo era and the arrival of Mike Vrabel. We all felt that miserable 4-13 season in our bones, but Bourne described a lack of preparation that sounded like amateur hour behind the scenes. He was brutal about it, saying that during spring practices under Mayo, you could tell the coach just was not ready for the big stage. The shock came when Vrabel took the reins. Bourne said the change was like night and day. He described an elite structure where every detail of camp and every film session had a clear strategic purpose. It was that blue-collar organization that took us from a joke to a historic 14-3 run and a Super Bowl berth that nobody saw coming. Hearing a veteran player admit he was heartbroken because he knew the team was finally heading in the right direction, but he would not be there to see it through really hits home for those of us who followed his career. Bourne leaving in August after asking for his release makes total sense now. The Patriots tried to ship him to the Vikings, but when that fell through, he ended up back with the Niners. He went home on a small deal and proved he still had juice with over 500 yards. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, the shadow of what Mayo left behind is a constant reminder that talent without leadership is just wasted potential. Vrabel did not just bring back the New England way. He evolved it for a new era. That discipline is why we have so much hope for 2026. It proves the right coach can turn uncertainty into absolute glory. And while we are all processing that, we have been through an emotional gauntlet today. From the personal soap opera of Stefon Diggs to the potential fireworks show of adding Brian Thomas Jr. and the truth bombs from Kendrick Bourne, it is clear the Patriots are at a massive strategic fork in the road where individual talent and Mike Vrabel's grit will define our 2026 success. Drake may has the world at his fingertips, but the front office has to decide between volatile experience or hungry youth. Which move do you think becomes the X factor for our next ring? Drop a comment, hit that like, and subscribe.